When it comes to high quality WordPress hosting, you have a handful of choice and one of them is Kinsta. Let's see if it is a good one. Kinsta is actually one of the WordPress hosting providers we use ourselves. You can pick from 24 data centers worldwide, and as you will see right away, it has a wide range of plans on offer. So the most noticeable thing is just how many tiers Kinsta has to offer. The three main ones are called Starter, Pro and Business. The reason it's business 1 is that it goes up to business 4, and then there's enterprise 1, 2, 3 and 4. I will only look at the first 3 today, and key differences are the limits in monthly visitor, disk space and bandwidth. And of course the price, it's not the most affordable provider. I should say starter with 25,000 monthly visitors, 10 gigabits disk space is probably good enough for a small personal website. You will only be allowed one WordPress installation, which means one website. The Pro plans lets you install 2 sites and share between them 50,000 monthly visits plus 20 GB of disk space. Good for a small to medium business site. Kinsta says it's not good for an online store. However, as they recommend the business one plan, your limits goes up to 100,000 of monthly visitors plus 30 GB of disk space and 5 WordPress installations. You might also notice this plan doubles the amount of PHP worker from Pro, which is what Kinsta does say you need for a stable e-com website. Now this is how it looks behind the scenes. Nice well-designed UI, and you can quickly jump to right section with the left panel menu. The user management menu is particularly well done, both in terms of navigation, and it's super easy to give a log into collaborator, and you can control the permissions for individual team members. The site section is a great way to preview statistics about each site at glance. This is very useful if you want to keep an eye on your monthly visitors and bandwidth limits. You can see in the top right that you can change the environment. That's because Kinsta lets you work on a draft or staging version of your website to try new features or plugins, for instance. The backup section is also easy to understand. You get 14 days of automatic daily backups on the lower plans. It's not bad, but I personally would like to have a few more on the business side. For instance, you get 20 days, which is more adequate. I think, however, you can see that you can easily create and download the manual backup or link your site backups with the cloud. The tools section is also useful for more tech-savvy users, so you can modify or clear your cache, restart PHP, and manage things like SSL certificates. I have already pointed out the environment options. Other WordPress-specific features include the ability to see which plugins are installed at a glance. You also get at least one free premium WordPress migration to Kinsta server level caching and a CDN to deliver content faster. Good for peace of mind. If your site is hacked, you get priority support and you can still put your site in maintenance mode until things are sorted out. They will even take care of removing the malware for you. You also get the latest PHP and MySQL, the option to use two-factor authentication, and even IP deny in case you want to create a blacklist of users who shouldn't enter your site. So I've already mentioned that stuff isn't cheap, but do you get what you pay for in terms of performance? Well, the answer is an unequivocal yes. The uptime, which we tested for several months, never dropped under 100%. It aligns with their 99.9% of uptime guarantee. If the servers are down for longer, you will get credit towards your next billing. If an uptime service level agreement is important to you, we should mention that you get an even better 99.95% with the WordPress engine in terms of speed. Kinsta also passed our test with flying colors with an average of 2.17 seconds loading speed. This easily clears the 3 seconds recommended by Google for excellent user experience and SEO. Support is another strong suit for Kinsta. Does the customer care agents, when inquired via live chat, always delivered good answers in the due time? Some might prefer phone or email, but when the live chat is that good, there is very little need for other channels. Plus, the online resources are also well written and easy to find, which always wins points in my book. So on paper, it seems there's a lot to love about Kinsta. Let's start with the pros. Great uptime and blazing page speed. If your business depends on having a reliable, fast site, you can feel safe with Kinsta, great live chatting, and I can't stress this enough how nice it is to have such a well-structured and useful knowledge base with Kinsta. You're purchasing peace of mind in the form of anti-hacking measures, regular backups, and just generally stable technology. WordPress-focused features such as staging areas, they make installing and maintaining a WordPress site super easy. Having said all that, I can totally see why Kinsta isn't for everyone. It's not exactly. There are more affordable providers such as SiteGround, and don't forget that Kinsta will make you pay extra. If you go over monthly limits, speaking of which, the visitors caps can be real deal breaker for certain businesses. For instance, e-commerce with seasonal traffic, it goes without saying, but if you don't use the WordPress website, you can't even consider Kinsta. And that's it for the review of the Kinsta. If you want to check out other videos, you can go through the channel and find some more videos like this. And make sure you subscribe so you won't miss the future ones. And like, share, subscribe. Stay safe. Bye.